What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Mike. I sell old, crusty, stinky books online full-time. My primary focus is selling books through Amazon FBA. That just means you send your books to an Amazon warehouse. They pack, pick, and ship and deal with all the customer service yourself. But I also do sell on eBay. So today's video is going to be another one of our just basically vlogs. And we're going to talk about our goals for this year. So our 2022 goals. So let's get right on into it. All right, so I'll go over my goals and then we can kind of go over some of your goals. So my goals for this year, to be clear and concise, is to make $100,000 after fees and everything between Amazon and eBay. So to some that might sound like a lot, and to some it probably doesn't. It's not a lot. I mean, there's people making millions of dollars on Amazon, but personally for me, if I could do that, that would be wonderful. Last year was my first really full-time year of going knee deep in the books, and it took a while to ramp up my inventory for a while there. And it was still a very successful year. I made more than I would have if I was working at CVS still as a store manager, so I can't complain. So I set this goal. I came to this goal, I guess, just because of the potential I see where it can go. It just really depends on the person. So $100,000 profit by the end of this year. Now, what's the point of even having goals? So the point of goals is so you kind of can track your progress and hold yourself accountable. Because if you don't have any goals, or you know where you want to be, or how much you want to make, or how many books you want to, it's not all about money either. These goals can be anything. You know, when I first started, I've said it plenty of times, I wasn't worried about how much I was making. My goals was to send in boxes of books. So I started out one box every other week, and I continued to ramp it up. So it doesn't have to be a monetarily goal. It just has to be a goal that fits your business and where you want to be. So I want you all to think about, you know, what your goals are going to be for this upcoming year. Personally, 100K profit, that's a lot. I mean, you know, the fees on Amazon and eBay, they add up. So if you would think about revenue, that would probably have to be around like 160 to 170, I say 160 to $200,000 in sales between Amazon and eBay to reach that. It is a little bit of a stretch, but honestly, I think we can get there. The year has started off real good for me with Amazon and the books. I've been finding lots of books. I've been thinking of other ways to get the books to come to me, because sometimes you just don't find anything at thrift stores, so you don't have a lot around you. So you got to always be looking for other ways to basically bring the books to you. So I want you all to think about your goals and make sure you drop your goals down this year for where you want to be at year's end. You know, if you want to continue to build up your inventory, if you want to have a certain, you know, if you want to make a certain amount of money this year selling books, or even just reselling in general, you know. Goals, goals, goals. Hold yourself accountable. That's why when you comment down below, I can say, hey, hey, Tommy boy, you want to make $1 million this year? Where you at? You know, in 2 or 3 months, I can check back in, see where you guys are at with your goals, especially with the one-on-ones. You know, I always like seeing where you all want to be with your business and what your future plans are and stuff like that. So I just wanted to make this short video so we get this year started off right. You can't just mosey on through reselling, whether it's books or anything. You got to have focus, achievable limits and goals in mind, because if not, you're just floating through the day and life. I mean, if you just go and say, I don't care how much I make, I don't care how many packages of books I send into Amazon, you're not going to be successful. I'm telling you, especially when you start ramping up your business. You got to have a way to hold yourself accountable. And it sucks because a lot of us are used to having bosses where it's like, hey, you need to get this done by this date. As your own business owner, which you all are, you have to hold yourself accountable. And goals is an easy way to do that, because you want to achieve your goals. You're going to feel better when you're working towards your goals, and then even when you pass your goals. Now, if you don't reach your goals, that doesn't mean you're a failure. Things happen, you know, life happens all the time, every day. Things come up, and that's not the purpose. You don't want to see yourself as a failure if you can't reach your goals. It's not a big deal. What you can do is strive for more next time. You know, they don't even have to be yearly goals. Set monthly goals for yourself, weekly goals. Hey, I want to go to 2 thrift stores every week. Hey, I want to send in 1 box of books every week. Those little things will snowball into bigger things, kind of like how I started. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you send more than one box every 2 weeks and you just started. I mean, that's where I started. That's how much time I really didn't invest in the beginning, because I wasn't sure of where it was going to take me. So I'm like, one box every 2 weeks, you know, it is what it is. But once you start seeing success in what you're doing, it turns into something completely different. Like, back then, I thought selling books was like, you ain't gonna make money selling books. And now I'm like, I need Amazon to up my limits so I can send in more books, which they did today because it's Monday. And that's usually when they increase and decrease restock limits. So I was maxed out on my inventory at 1,000, and they upped my inventory to 1,250. So that's great. I can send in another 250 books. But that brings to the point too, I can't set a goal that I can't control. So like, my goal can't be to have 3,000 books in Amazon, because Amazon controls how many books you can send in with the restock limits. So make sure your goal is something that you control, not someone else, not anybody else. That goal is for you and you personally. I mean, it can even be how many books you scan. If you go on the Scout IQ and you swipe to the right, it'll show you how many books you scan. So if you want to set a goal to have 100,000 books scanned at the end of the year, go for it. I mean, these goals can be anything that's relative to you. It's not my goal. It's not their goal. It's not the person that's in there's goal. They better not be scanning books in there. It's your goal. So make sure it's specific to you, and you just track it as you go throughout the year or the month, and just hold yourself accountable. That's all I ask. So hopefully you guys drop some good goals down below. I don't want to see all money goals. I want to see, like, I want to have 500 books in stock kind of goals. I want to go out to thrift stores 3 days a week kind of goals. We're not worried about the money. The money will come with time. I mean, that's just the way it works. The more you send in, the more money you're going to make. So hopefully we have some great goals down below in the comments section. Hopefully my goal is, I don't know what you guys will think about my goal. I'll be curious to see if you guys think $100,000 in profit is an achievable goal for a one-person operation, and if it's lofty, or like, is it high, is it low? I'll be curious to see your thoughts on my goal as well. As always, I appreciate you watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Also, listen, should I beg for subscribers and likes and thumbs up at the beginning of videos? Everybody else does it, but it's just not me. I always leave it at the end. Most people don't make it to the end, but whatever. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Subscribe if you're not. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next used book video. Bye-bye.